How's it going, everybody? PK Investing here. We're officially through the first quarter of 2021, and things are looking good in terms of dividends. March is usually a pretty big month, as we'll see shortly. But before that, if you missed my dividend update video for February, I'll leave it linked down below, along with my monthly dividends playlist. My goal for 2021 is to generate $2,000 in passive income. We can begin by taking a look at what companies paid me in March, and then we'll hop into my spreadsheet and see how close I am to reaching that goal. Let's get into it. The first company we'll be looking at today is Duke Energy, ticker DUK. Duke is an electric holding company that distributes power to over 7 million customers in the United States. While much of their electricity is still generated through coal, oil, and natural gas, the company is continuously looking to improve their renewables portfolio. For example, Duke is planning to invest $180 million into a solar energy project in Indiana that would be able to generate enough electricity to power 35,000 homes. That's definitely a step in the right direction. Last month, Duke paid me $2.92, which dripped 0.032 shares. Next up is a company that's been all over the news during the past year. It's none other than Pfizer, ticker PFE. Pfizer was already an older established company with a long history, but the COVID pandemic has made it even more of a household name, thanks to Pfizer's vaccine. Many dividend investors are turning away from Pfizer and looking towards Viatris, the company that Pfizer spun off in conjunction with Mylan. But I'm in with Pfizer for the long haul. Last month, the company paid me $2.95, which dripped 0.087 shares. Microsoft is up next, ticker MSFT. Microsoft continues to be one of my most favorite companies to own. An article I recently read stated that Microsoft had recently adopted something called two-phase immersion cooling for their servers. Basically, the server racks are submerged in a fluorocarbon-based liquid that isn't conductive. Once it gets hot enough, the liquid evaporates, then condenses and falls back down into the bath. The whole thing is a self-sustaining loop and doesn't cost any money to maintain because it requires no input of energy. I really appreciate the efficiency. Last month, Microsoft paid me $3.02, which dripped 0.013 shares. Moving on, we've got another utility sector stock in NextEra Energy, ticker NEE. NextEra is one of the strongest, if not the strongest, renewable energy providers in the United States. Just last week, they acquired another energy company named GridLiance for $660 million. GridLiance owned around 700 miles of transmission lines across 6 states. This acquisition is just another drop in the bucket for NextEra. But as we all know, each drop matters. Last month, NextEra paid me $4.64, which dripped 0.062 shares. Next up is McDonald's, ticker MCD. McDonald's is a global fast food titan that also doubles as a pseudo real estate investment thanks to their franchising structure. Word on the street is that McDonald's is testing out a brand new crispy chicken sandwich that features applewood smoked bacon and butter honey sauce, all contained between a toasted English muffin. This new product is still being tested in select locations in California, but hopefully we'll see a national rollout soon. Last month, McDonald's paid me $5.19, which is actually enough to afford this new sandwich, but instead it dripped 0.024 shares. The next company is the third and final utility stock I own, and that's Southern Company, ticker SO. Like Duke and NextEra, Southern is a strong player in the renewable energy field, and it's also working to continue transitioning to zero carbon resources. The company recently announced that it had reduced greenhouse gas emissions by 52% in 2020 from its 2007 benchmark levels. And they have a goal to achieve net zero greenhouse gas emissions by the year 2050. Looking at how well they've been doing so far, I think they'll reach that goal much earlier than expected. Last month, Southern paid me $5.90, which stripped 0.102 shares. Coming up next is PepsiCo, ticker PEP. Pepsi is a global snack food and beverage company that every single person is familiar with. The company has launched an ad campaign for its recently released drink called Driftwell, which is supposed to be a beverage that reduces stress and basically gets you ready for bed. I think it's an interesting concept, and I'll keep an eye on it to see how well the product does. Last month, Pepsi paid me $7.21 and dripped 0.05 shares. Next up is 3M, ticker MMM. The company is another favorite of mine because they are the very definition of diversification. 3M makes so many products, and their commitment to research and development is legendary. Recently, the company announced another addition to their high-tech silicone adhesive portfolio for medical use. The new adhesive is breathable, wearable for 7 days, and minimizes skin cell removal. This is a great demonstration of 3M's commitment to improving their existing products and innovating new ones. Last month, 3M paid me $7.46, which stripped 0.04 shares. The very last company I'll be sharing today is my favorite company of all time, Johnson & Johnson, ticker J&J. You've probably been hearing about J&J on the news every single day now, thanks to their vaccine. Pharmacies and other immunizing organizations all across the country have begun receiving the Janssen vaccine, and these shipments will only become more regular as J&J ramps up production and distribution. Of course, the company plans to continuously research, and I wouldn't be surprised if later on in the year they announce a booster shot to combat new variants of the virus. Last month, J&J paid me $10.36, which dripped 0.067 shares. Now that we've covered the individual holdings in my portfolio, let's take a look at the passive income spreadsheet and see how everything fits in. My passive income record has been broken again, this time thanks to March 2021, since I earned $295 for the month. This number is a combination of the dividends received from the companies featured in this video, the dividends I received from other minor holdings, and the dividends that were paid out by QYLD. If you're interested in QYLD or just want to learn more, I'll include the link to that playlist down below. The addition of this month brings my total passive income received for 2021 to an even $560. This means that the portfolio has crossed the 25% mark in regards to my goal for $2,000. Now let's take a look at the passive income graph so we can better visualize how everything fits in. Looks like March 2021 towers over almost everything else, and it certainly eclipses March 2020 several times over. At least that tells me that the portfolio is headed in the right direction. Like always, I'd like to remind you that I'm just an average guy, and anyone can do this. The best time to start investing was yesterday. The second best time to start investing is today. All it takes to begin is a single dollar. Thanks for watching until the end. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification. Take care, and I'll speak with you again real soon. I am not a financial advisor. Investing always involves risk. This video was created for entertainment purposes only.